Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Go! Let's go! 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Teague. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
First down, Dolphins.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Teague. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Balaj. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And it's third down.
Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Operating from the gun, Teague. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They try and run for it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set. 15, run. 51.
Stand situation. Let's go.
Snap.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Hey.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. T. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 43. Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Narrow. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hurry.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
It's third down and 13.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Play fake. Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Balaj. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The tackle made by Devin Brooks. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go now. 60 or.
Cover.
To throw on third down. Teague. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A big gain of 31 on third down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Here we go.
General West. Hey, Foxtrot. Shoot.
From the gun, Teague. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On second down, it's Carson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, it's Carson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On 2nd down now, Merritt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Where's 220? 52's the mic. Come to my work. We won't.
On 3rd down, Merritt. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Merritt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, Merritt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
Operating from the gun. Teague. He's going to wind up, and it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
First down, Miami.
Ready.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Teague. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Teague. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Teague. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
You better bring it. Hey, we're 33.
On first down, Merritt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Regular. What's the end?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, alert! Up!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Teague. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Operating from the gun, Teague. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Teague, this one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They run it with Balaj. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
50, plant. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You go tight.
They'll try the left side. Merritt, he's got a first down past the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's been a long day for you. Watch the safety creep.
Pistol.
Switch.
Run.
Check 15.
Kings.
Bang. Watch safety creeping.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Echo. Hurry.
Yo. Mike 55. Let's go, D. Check 55 to Mike. Check.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Good. 180.
I don't even know why his team showed.
Alert.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Mayfield now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, Merritt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Good. 180.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, here we go.
Point it right. Hey, alert 33.
Check.
Alert.
Check hot route.
They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt, and another tackle broken. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Switch gears. Pistol.
Now a give, right side. Merritt, and a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hit 180. Pistol. I'm coming after you. Mike 52.
Hey, exit.
You can't block me.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They run it with Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Set, ready, 90, Wolf.
Ready? Mark 55. Mark 55.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
At the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Get up, 60 outlaw.
I'm coming after you.
Get ready.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, T. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in.